And it was spooky. I honestly don't understand how this is a story meant for children. Like, how do children read this book? Because honestly, if I read this when I was like 12, I would literally never leave my parents' side or something. Hey, how's it going? It's Jiva and welcome to a little reading vlog. Just a little something that I felt like filming because it's really cloudy outside today and it's getting colder and colder, so I just really want to curl up in a book right now. And the one that I'm in the mood for is actually The Haunting of Aveline Jones by Hickes, and I really want to pick up this one. Like, it looks so autumnal, and honestly the weather on here kind of reflects the view outside my window right now. It's kind of foggy and cold and like the fall leaves are falling, so yeah, I'm just for some reason really want to know how this story is going to go. It's actually like a middle grade mystery about a girl trying to find out what happens to another girl called Primrose Pemberthy. So we are following Aveline Jones, the detective in this story, and I'm really curious what it's gonna be. Apparently it's also full of ghosts. We have a little scarecrow here in the corner of the cover, so kind of seems like the perfect autumn read and I'm really curious about it. That's why I really want to jump into it straight away. It's very short, so I'm pretty sure I could finish this today. I'm currently on a 3-hour break from uni. I do have another class in the evening at 5, so I'm gonna try to read as much as I can until then. So yeah, this is the book I'm reading physically, or I'm gonna be reading physically. And then I also wanted to let you know about the audiobook that I started listening to this morning. So for Believathon, there's actually a prompt to read a book in audiobook format, and I had plans to read one of the J.A. White books on audio, but I actually switched to The World Without Princess by Soman Chainani, and I started listening to this one on audiobook. And I'm like enjoying it so far. I tried reading this book actually a couple of years ago, like straight after finishing the first book, but I didn't enjoy it for some reason. And I think it was because like this book has really small font, so I just at the time I couldn't deal with it. So I decided to switch over to an audiobook, and I'm currently listening to chapter 3, and it's going much more smoothly, so I'm enjoying it a lot more. And I can't really tell you what's going on because it is the second book, and it would spoil how the first book ended. There is like a huge thing that goes on at the end of the first book, so I can't really let you know how this book starts out. But I can say that I'm very curious about this relationship between Sophie and Agatha, because I'm honestly curious about it because it feels like it could turn very romantic. They have a very close friendship and they rely on each other quite a lot. And it would be interesting to see kind of like this romance between the villain and the hero of this story. So like I'm curious whether it's actually gonna go that way or whether they are just gonna stay friends, or like what's going on, you know, because sometimes like there's something mentioned or the way they say something, it feels like very romantic between them. So I don't know, like I don't know how this is gonna go, but I'm definitely very curious to see. So yeah, this is what I'm listening to. This is actually a pretty thick book. I'm pretty sure the audiobook has about 13 hours overall. So yeah, I'm gonna continue listening to that as well. But for now, I'm actually just thinking of having like a little reading sprint for an hour and read as much as I can of Aveline Jones and see how far I get into it. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set a little timer and I'm gonna start reading while drinking my coffee. So yeah, I made a little coffee which actually I already kind of layered up, so I have to mix that. I need to get a spoon to mix that. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna jump into Aveline Jones and I'm gonna let you know how this goes. Okay, so far I have finished the first 47 pages of Aveline Jones, and oh my god, the story so far has been incredibly atmospheric. So far we have met actually Aveline Jones, and she's on her way to her aunt's place where she's gonna be living for a couple of days because her mom is going away. And like her aunt actually lives in this very small, very creepy town and in this very old creaky house. And so Aveline Jones is gonna be staying there. But the thing is, she's pretty excited because she actually loves like ghost stories. So like the town itself definitely gives those vibes where like ghosts could potentially live and like haunt the people living there. It's just very quiet and very kind of dark. I don't know, the way it's described, it definitely fits like this image of a town that is haunted by ghosts. And actually, like, Aveline is pretty into ghost stories. She actually goes to the bookshop where she buys a new book that is full of like ghost stories, and it says in the back in the synopsis, you know, that this book is actually gonna be the start of everything. It's actually the diary of a girl that gone missing called Primrose Pemberthy. So I'm pretty sure, like, I don't know, Aveline's gonna start reading her diary and she's gonna start probably like investigating what exactly happened to her. So yeah, so far there's actually been some illustrations throughout the book and some excerpts of like Primrose's diary. So here we have a little illustration of a scarecrow and then like a diary entry in Primrose's diary. So everything is really beautiful actually. I love the little illustrations. I feel like they really give something to the book and to the story. They make it like, they definitely adds to the atmosphere. So yeah, so far so good. I mean, the book itself is actually pretty description heavy. There's been quite a lot of descriptions, and I feel like that's the reason why it's been so atmospheric, because of the way that everything is described, but there hasn't been that much dialogue, and I think that's the reason why the book feels kind of slow. It's not as fast-paced as I was expecting, but I mean, it's fine. It's still such a short book. I think I can fly through the rest of it anyway. So yeah, but for now I'm actually gonna go and make some dinner before my class starts so I can have something to eat, and I'm probably gonna switch to The World Without Princess while I'm doing that so I can listen to the audiobook while making dinner. So yeah, with A World Without Princess I actually have 11 hours left, so I've listened to the first couple of hours and I'm on chapter 3. I'm like in the middle of chapter 3. I don't know how that happens, but yeah, I'm in the middle of a chapter, so I'm gonna go and listen to that. I'm gonna let you know how the book is going as well. So yeah, the books, both of the books are so good so far, especially Aveline Jones. This one is, yeah, it's gonna be a good one, I have a feeling. So okay, I'm gonna go and eat. Heyo, so I actually just wanted to quickly let you know about a couple of packages that I got and actually show you what I got. So the first one that I wanted to share with you is actually this cute like decor thing that I got from an Etsy store called Seasonal Vibe. And it's actually like a decor piece inspired by Six of Crows, or like the entire Grishaverse. Like guys, I'm just getting ready for like the TV show to finally come out, which actually I just recently found out that it was supposed to come out in 2020. Like we could have had the Grishaverse TV show already if COVID didn't exist, but unfortunately everything got delayed with like the CGI or something with like the special effects. So we're getting it late, but still, you know, we gotta get ready for it. And this is what I got actually. So it's this wooden sign of like places from the Grishaverse. So we have of course Kerch, which is the like capital city of Kittertam. Or is it the other way around? Is it Kittertam the city and Kerch? Wait, Kerch Kerch is the country, right? Oh my god, I really need to reread Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom really soon so I can refresh my memory on everything before the show actually comes out. But yeah, so this is it. We have Fierta, we have Kerch and Rauka, and you have, yeah, the capital city underneath. And this just honestly is so high quality. I am so impressed the way this looks in real life. I can't wait to actually hang it up somewhere. Like the details are insane, especially with like the buildings here at the sides. It's so stunning. Like there's so much detail going on. There's like little dots. Like how do people do this? It's absolutely crazy, but I think it looks super pretty. I can't wait to hang this up somewhere. I don't yet know whether I'm gonna put it on my shelf or somewhere on the wall or what to do with it, but I'm just so in love. I'm gonna link it below if anybody wants to actually check out this product or like any other products from the shop. It's called Seasonal Vibe, by the way. I think I mentioned that, but yeah. So I'm gonna link it below. But yeah, that was the first thing. The other thing that I got was actually kind of like a preparation because 2021 is almost here. Can we just have 2020 end soon, please? Like, this year seriously needs to end. But anyway, so I actually got a new reading journal. I'm so excited about it because I ordered from a store called NotebookTherapy, which is actually probably my absolute favorite stationery shop. It's an online shop and they have the most amazing products, especially their journals are like, they look stunning on the outside, but I've seen some reviews and even like on the inside they have really high quality paper, really thick pages with very little like ghosting and like, you know, the ink leaking through the page. But yeah, so this is the one that I got. I think it's called, what is this one called? It's not Story Night. I have to check the email, but I'm gonna like, you know, I'm gonna link it below as well, like the edition that I got for my reading journal. But this is what it looks like on the inside. Ta-da! I'm gonna take it out. So the journal itself is actually this very leathery design and it has a witch on the front. So yeah, this was actually a journal that was made in collaboration between Milk to Art and NotebookTherapy, and it is so amazing. It's black with like the witchy design in the front, but then it also has like sprayed edges, and there's a little designs on the sprayed edges themselves. I really hope the camera picks that out because it's super pretty. It's like little mushrooms and moons and little potions and stuff like that. It's just so cute. Oh my god, it looks really good in real life. It has like really white pages, which I actually prefer. Like you sometimes get a journal that has like really yellowish pages. I'm pretty sure my current journal has more like yellowish pages than the one from NotebookTherapy. So this is my current journal and this is the NotebookTherapy journal. Yeah, it's much more like white, kind of bluish white shade. So yeah, but this is my old one. I mean, I hadn't like filled in my old journal yet, but I'm just not really happy. I got this one from Compoco on the internet. Again, I'm gonna link it below. And well, like I loved it for my first journal. I was really happy with it, but I like didn't like the way you can see like the pages, like the ink bleeding through the pages. There was a lot of ghosting. And by the way, here is my November thread if anybody like didn't want to watch the November setup because it was so long. Here's what it ended up looking like. Okay, so yeah, this is what it looks like. But yeah, like I said, there's just a lot of ghosting and the ink is definitely seen through the pages, so there were plenty of times where I like skipped the page. So yeah, for the new year I just decided to like change it to go and start a new journal. I'm probably just gonna use this for like drawing or any like experimental journaling sessions or something. I don't know, I'm definitely gonna fill it up with something and I'm excited for that. But for the new year, I'm gonna switch to a new reading journal and I'm so excited to jump into this one. And I love the way they have the spine made because it opens up like completely. Look at that. Like it lays flat, even like open at the middle of it and like in the beginning as well. It's so well made. I'm so impressed with Notebook Therapy's Tsuki's. I think it's called like a Tsuki notebook or like a Tsuki bullet journal or something. So yeah, I'm really happy with this one. I have another one that I'm probably gonna be using as like my planner for like the YouTube and stuff. So yeah, I also have that one coming. So I'm quite excited about it. But yeah, so that was my reading journal. Those were the couple of packages that I got and I really wanted to share with you what was inside. So yeah. But let me tell you how my reading is going. I have actually been reading The Haunting of Aveline Jones, which I have the book right here. Like after I last updated this vlog, which was just before my class, like I actually started reading it again after the class. But I had to stop because it was already dark outside and I got so spooked. Like honestly, there is moments in here, or it's not even moments, I feel like it's a continuous feeling of like this spookiness of just something like watching you from like over your shoulder or something. Oh my god, it's so scary. I actually decided that I won't be reading this book at night. If I want to get any sleeping done this week, I cannot read this book at night because I just like it literally took me an hour to fall asleep after I read this book at night, so I cannot do that. But you know, I'd be laughing at myself for being such a scaredy cat if I wasn't so terrified. But yeah, anyway. So I'm only gonna be reading this book during the day and I'm actually gonna go and read this one as soon as I finish like telling you what I've been reading. So yeah, I'm now on page 103 and it's just so stunning. Like there's obviously this like continuous sense of doom throughout the entire story, but we also have like Aveline Jones, of course, she's just borrowed or bought a book about ghost stories and she's noticed that like one of the stories in the book is like crossed out entirely. And being curious like why exactly the previous owner crossed it out, she started researching more about like Primrose Pemberthy. And she realizes that the girl has gone missing a couple of years ago or like 30 years ago or something. So she actually decides that she wants to know more about it. Like, who is this girl? Why did she go missing? What exactly happened to her? Does it have something to do with this like ghost story being crossed out? So she finds Primrose's diary and tries to connect the dots by reading like her diary and like learning more about this specific ghost story. So yeah, it's just so creepy. I can't handle it. I genuinely am terrified of this story, so that's good. Like for sure, what you see on this cover is exactly the mood that you get inside the book as well. It's just this very spooky, very creepy feeling, like there's something crawling all over you or something. Somebody watching you through a window. I don't even know. I don't know how to describe it. It's just very spooky. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this one. And yeah, this is the one I'm reading physically, and I've also been listening to A World Without Princess by Soman Chainani, which is also turning out so good. I remember the first book, like, well, it was kind of cute and fun. It wasn't like as good as the sequel is because, okay, I'm gonna let you know about something about the book that I don't think is a spoiler. Like, it doesn't spoil either the first book or what's happening in this one. But this is called A World Without Princess, right? And that's actually because all the princesses and the witches in this world decided like they don't actually need princess in their fairy tales. So they basically like kick them out. They are like not interested in them anymore. They're just trying to live their lives the way that they want to, not like keeping to like the fairy tale idea of who they are supposed to be. So they just like kick them to the curb and live separately from them. And it's just the most hilarious thing ever. It's weird. We kind of see how the princes live now and it's just the most hilarious thing ever. Like everybody is so much more comfortable now. like, of course the princes aren't too happy being kicked to the curb, so they're kind of trying to get back to into the like the good graces of the witches and the princesses. They do it in weird ways, but like they're trying at least. So yeah, this is just so good. And the relationship between Agatha and Sophie is so complicated, and like, I don't know, I love it. Oh, this book is turning out much better than the first one in the series, so yeah, really, really good. I'm currently on page, I don't really know what page I'm on, but I'm quite far into it. I think like halfway through the book. So yeah, so far, really good, I have to say. I don't think I'm at part 2 yet. I've actually completely forgotten that like the physical copies of these books, which I have right here, actually have like illustrations and stuff. So here we have a little prince. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be Tedros. Is that his name? I actually forget. So yeah, that is an illustration, and you got like smaller ones throughout the chapters as well, which are super cute. So like this book one right here is actually super pretty. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. I think as soon as I reach this part 2 in the audiobook, I'm actually gonna combine reading physically with listening to the audiobook. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, that was kind of like my reading update so far. And actually, like participating in BELIEVATHON, I noticed that Gavin actually created a website for this round 3, kind of explaining everything that's going on. And I quickly wanted to also show you what I've discovered. So you have like a special section for BELIEVATHON 3 on the website. Once again, I'm gonna link the website down below. And then you actually kind of have like, if you participated in the Magical Readathon, the December edition, in 2019, you'll actually know that G had like a website, and every week you kind of unlocked that week's prompts. And I feel like this is kind of similar. You don't exactly unlock the prompt, but you kind of get like a description of that week's, of like a certain room's prompt, I guess, because this is like a house thing where you have to like search for clues to like solve the mystery or something. So yeah, the first one is kind of like the key. So you click the key down here, and then you go to the page where like the prompt is described and the author's video is featured, and that kind of thing. So I think it's super cute. It's not working for some reason. I was actually looking at it on my computer, which worked fine, but on the tablet apparently it's not really working. Oh, it's working now, okay. So anyway, yeah, you have everything described, what the prompt is about, what exactly you have to read, and that kind of thing. You also have recommendations for like the prompt. Like this first prompt, the key is actually for a middle grade mystery, so you have like a spreadsheet with recommendations from like the community. So you have like middle grade mystery recommendation page. So it's so cool. So yeah, you even have like a tweet that you can tweet out. I don't know, I'm really happy with the way this website is made. I love it so much. I love the effort that Gavin put into it. So yeah, so awesome. I don't know, I love it. You also have the author's books here, which is also so amazing. I don't know, like go and check out the website. It's definitely super cute. You got a lot of information about the readathon itself, how everything started from the first one to round 3 now, and everything. There's even the book of the month. Is it like a collaboration or something? So yeah, I actually haven't checked out this part yet, but I was just really excited about the prompt pages. So yeah, I thought that was super cute, so I decided to check it out because I wanted to know more about the readathon that I'm participating in. So yeah, BELIEVATHON, I'm currently reading the first prompt in this case, which is the mystery. So that is the Haunting of Aveline Jones. For the, I think, A World Without Princess is for the prompt, a prominent villain, because I kind of feel like Sophie is a prominent villain in the series. So let me look that up. Okay, so actually reading a book with a prominent villain, you collect the footprints. So that is kind of like the second thing that I'm probably gonna collect. The first is the key, the second is the footprints. So those are the first couple of BELIEVATHON things that I'm getting. So yeah, I'm quite excited. I don't yet know what my next read is gonna be, but I don't know. I just, this website makes the readathon really fun, so I'm really happy that like this exists. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna get to reading now. I'm gonna stop babbling. I don't know why I'm talking so much today, but I'm gonna go and read The Haunting of Aveline Jones so I can let you know how this book goes all the way through. I'm quite excited about it. I have to take advantage of the daylight to actually read it during the day. Because, yeah, I'm not reading this one at night. And by the way, I actually kind of matched the bookmark to the story. Look at how creepy that looks. I got this one for Book Depository and it looks super creepy. I kind of feel like it fits the story though. there's like a thing. There's like a thing like this in the story mentioned. So I hope that explains why this book terrifies me so much. I've been working on my darts game while listening to audiobooks, so that next month's TBdaRts game, you know? Hold on. Oh my god. I almost hit the center. Oh my god. Look. I got the center. What the fuck? I'm so happy I got it on camera because literally nobody would believe me. But look, it's on the outer inner circle. Holy shit. Okay, this is the kind of energy that I need in my next TBdaRts game. All the center shots. So we get to do all the mood reading next month. Okay, I'm now done with The Haunting of Aveline Jones by Hickes, and oh my god, this book is just so good. Like, it's terrifying, but still it's so good. It's impossible to put down. Like, it was definitely so well written, and it was good from like the beginning to the end. It definitely kept its pacing, especially with like the spooky vibes. It was definitely like constantly present from like how the story started to how the story ended. It was always spooky in some way, and like, oh my god, it was so good. Like, I was terrified, but I genuinely could not put the book down, so it was just that good, you know. So yeah, I'm so excited about this one. Everything was really beautiful. I love Aveline Jones and how like the duality of her character. She's very brave. Like she definitely is not afraid to, like, if she's curious about something, she's gonna go and find out and like investigate it. But at the same time, if that thing terrifies her, she's gonna be terrified, but still curious enough to actually go through with it. I kind of feel like myself in this book. Like I was curious about it, but I was terrified, so I kept trying to pull back, but the story kept pulling back in. That's kind of how Aveline Jones is. You know, very curious. She's a very curious young girl, but she also gets scared easily, like kind of easily. So yeah, she's like a kid, you know, a curious kid. So she was just a joy to read about. Oh my goodness. And the rest of the characters were so fun as well. She has a friend that she makes named Harold, and it kind of like have a frenemy relationship almost. Like they kind of start out as nemesis and then they turn into friends, you know, because they kind of help each other out. So it's kind of cute. I have to say, like the friendship between them is definitely really sweet. And also like the adult characters in here, I love that adults were involved in this story so much. Like we have the bookshop keeper, like the bookseller, who's actually Harold's uncle, and then we also have, of course, Aveline's aunt, who she's staying with. Both of them were quite amazing. Like they're definitely more present in the second half of the book, not so much in the first, but they're still, you know, it's nice to have an adult presence in a book. It's very refreshing. And another thing that I actually realized, because you have like at the end of the book you have questions for like book club questions, and the first one is actually about the role of weather in the story, and actually reading the question made me realize that definitely weather plays a big role in creating the atmosphere in here, because in this town called, I think it's Malmouth, or is there an R in there? I don't think so. I think it's like Malmouth, and it's always like gloomy and rainy and cloudy in there, like in the town. So I feel like, you know, all the noises that that weather creates, like wind and making everything like creaky and whatever, and then rain falling on window, of course making some noise. I feel like that's a big factor of why the book feels so spooky. It's always creating some kind of like vibe going on in the town. So yeah, it's definitely a big part of why the story feels so spooky. So I think the author did an amazing job of really weaving like the weather into the story, and how the weather really created the atmosphere. So I really like that. So yeah, I love this, all of the questions honestly here in the back. I feel like this would be a great book club pick actually, and a buddy read, especially like a buddy read in October if you're a scaredy cat. I think this would be a good buddy read to like discuss with somebody and kind of keep the ghosts away, you know, to kind of keep yourself less scared, I guess, if you talk about it with someone. So I would highly recommend this as a buddy read, especially in October, because kind of the height of the story happens on Halloween, so it's perfect. Honestly, it's so good. Oh my god, I have high praise for the book. Definitely let me know if you end up picking up The Haunting of Aveline Jones, or if you wanna like let me know how it goes, if you like it. So yeah, I like it. I love it. I'm so glad that I picked it up. And I actually kind of reached my first like thing in Believeathon. I collected my first thing, my first item, which is the key, because I read a middle grade mystery. So first accomplishments of November, of the month for Believeathon, so I'm really happy about that. So yeah, now on to the next one. I haven't made any more progress, I don't think, with A World Without Princess. I listened to a little bit of it in the morning, but not since then. So yeah, I'm gonna continue reading that one over the weekend and tomorrow, so everything, you know, I can finish that one as well and actually collect the footprints. So yeah, that's gonna be, I don't really know what's gonna be my next read, but I'm excited because there's so many good books on my TBR, so many good middle grade books. Oh my god, I'm so excited about all of them. So yeah, that's gonna be an exciting thing to pick what to read next. But yeah, okay, I'm actually gonna go and watch an episode of TBdaRts right now because I need some comfort in my life after reading. I actually literally just finished this one, so I still kind of have the jitters from it. So I actually think I'm gonna put on an episode of TBdaRts to kind of just like wind down with a comfort watch. It's not exactly like, it's not a not scary show. That there are definitely moments in TBdaRts as well that are scary, like some ghosts, and the way that they appear can definitely be terrifying as well, but like overall it's a pretty comfy show. So yeah, I don't think it should be a problem unless there's one ghost in it that appears that's super scary. So if the storyline of that ghost continues in the next episode, it's gonna be a problem. I'm gonna see what the next episode is gonna be. I love it so much. If you have seen Hotel de Luna, like, did you like it? I know it was huge last year. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna wrap up the vlog here. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and like, if you would like to see more like reading vlogs like this that are more centered around a specific book, definitely let me know, because I had so much fun filming this one, as well as like the previous one, which was when I read night books. I really like talking about one specific book in a reading vlog. I think it's kind of easier to go more in depth about a certain book. So if you want to see more and like about which book you would like to see it from, like my November TBR, definitely let me know if you have any like preferences. So yeah, okay, but yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I'm gonna talk to you guys down in the comments. So yeah, but I hope you're having a good day or night wherever you are, and I'm gonna see you in my next video. Okay, bye bye.